So I just had a weird thing happen to me. I went to Cregan's when I got off work at the bar tonight because I wanted to go have a beer, and I have a friend who's like moving this weekend, and I figured he'd probably be there. He's been there every day this week because he quit his job already, and like I was like gonna go have a beer with him in case I didn't like make it out tomorrow or something. And sorry, I'm taking a piss. And I was sitting there at the bar, and I was like, it was just on, one beer, and I just finished it. But like while I was drinking it, like 5 or 6 cop cars like came blazing down Main Street, like going toward North Jonesboro. And we were all just kind of like, is there a wreck? Like, what the fuck's going on? We just kind of like dismissed it because, that happens from time to time. The cops come blaring down the fucking damn street. Why does it sound like dogs are barking outside? My dogs are inside. Anyway. And so, like, I don't know, 10 minutes later or something, I went outside to smoke a cigarette. And I was out there by myself. And I was sitting on, like, the little, like, concrete brick sidewalk planter thing that they built out in front of it that's basically a bench for the people to smoke cigarettes on. And I'm sitting there, and like, here's Main Street behind me. I'm sitting here. And here's, like, Burke, Kate, whatever that street is. And this Range Rover pulls up, like a newer Range Rover pulls up at the light coming this way where I'm sitting here on Burke, Kate, whatever it is, and the light's red on Main Street. And I hear somebody yell, "Hey, did you just hear those gunshots?" And I was like, I look up, and it's this Range Rover. The window's down, and there's this guy hunkered down in the front seat. He's got short, shaggy brown hair. And he's got the window all the way down. He's a white dude, little skinny, pointed chin looking thing. And he said, "Hey, did you just hear those gunshots?" And I looked up at him, and I was like, "Why, did you shoot them?" And he was like, "I don't know." And then, like, the light turned green, and he turned left to go back toward where the shooting apparently has happened. Because that's what the direction all the cops are going. I didn't know there was a shooting because I didn't hear any fucking gunshots. But, it just seemed really, like, suspicious that somebody would randomly roll up from that direction and be like, "Hey, did you hear those gunshots?" And when I asked if you shoot them, the correct answer is no. Unless you're just a young dumbass kid who actually did just shoot somebody, and then you're going to be like, "I don't know, like, do you think you're a badass now because you possibly have shot somebody?" Like, I mean, we checked the news, like the news, local news, Facebook. We like, it was before it could have been on like the 10 o'clock news. Like, did you just shoot somebody and then like come ask me if I heard you do it? Like, anyway, so I immediately went back inside and wrote down every detail I could remember. And like the first thing I thought when he said that to me, and I couldn't see who was driving, but the first thing I thought when he said that to me was, I'm going to get their tags just in case. So they turned left with the back of the car toward me while I'm sitting here, and they went that way. And they've got one of those like grayish plastic like plate covers. When with the light shining on it, I couldn't make out a single fucking letter. All I could see was a fucking gray bubble on the back of their car. So I did the next best thing I could think to do, and I went inside and I wrote down every detail I could remember. It was a newer white Range Rover. Kid's got about short hair but shaggy, brown, skinny dude, pointed chin. He was kind of hunkered down in the seat. All I could see was his head out of the window. Normally that's reserved for someone who's like 10, not someone who looks to be about 20, 25. So I wrote it all down. I stayed at Cregan's and had a couple more beers. And then I decided to come home and immediately filed a tip online to like our local Crime Stoppers thing, because why in the hell would you ask somebody if they heard some gunshots and then say you don't know if you shot them unless you were there or know what the fuck happened or were the person who was behind the fucking trigger? Like, it seemed all very sus to me. Like, that's suspicious. Very. I'm gonna go have a beer and go to bed.